really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet. Oops, did I say that out loud? My bad. I got you sitting with the brother of the man that Suge Knight rolled over and...
I know what you're doing. I know where you've been, and I know where I'm about to send you.
When Jaguar Wright starts talking, you know someone is shaking in their boots because Jaguar doesn't hold back. And this time around, she's spilling all the deets about Justin Bieber and his alleged freak-offs. Yep, if you are wondering where you've heard that before, he's also a major part of this spill, so stay tuned, because it's going to be a wild one. Justin Bieber may have been America's child star, but his teenage years in the industry became a nightmare way too fast. And it sounds like Jaguar Wright got a front row seat to all the messiness behind Justin's early years in the industry.
It was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Justin Bieber was discovered by Scooter Braun when he was just 12 years old, and his career picked up pretty fast from that point. He became viral on the internet for covering Usher and Cher Brown among many other musicians. And in no time at all, he was in the same room, stage, and award shows as these stars at the moment. It probably felt like he was on top of the world. And no cap, he really was. But there was a lot more going on behind the scenes than anyone could have predicted. Among the first set of celebrities that Justin Bieber met and had some type of collaboration with Diddy was one of them. And that's not even surprising, because Diddy was Usher's mentor, and if Usher was mentoring Justin, then there was no reason for him to not have met Diddy. As one person recalled, in 2010, when Usher was Justin Bieber's age, Diddy was his mentor. But Usher knew that Diddy's mentorship wasn't all roses and roses.
Place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
So why exactly did he introduce Justin to Puff, and even let him spend 48 unsupervised hours with the rap icon and business mogul who has been under the radar with way too many speculations and controversies? And if you are wondering what exactly Usher knew, well, it all started at the Puffy Flavor camp.
L.A. Reid sent you to New York, and you live with P. Diddy. They call it Flavor Camp.
Flavor Camp, yeah.
So what was that experience like, and how did that help Usher's career?
I don't think I would be the artist that I am today without the experiences that I had in New York City. One, just being in a new place where I would have to adjust, right? I didn't have the comfort of home. I'm in New York City, and they was, done and sunning me to death, bro. And I was like, shout it, I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? We finna go over here, you know what I'm saying? And it was like laughing at me because I was Southern and they were like New York, but they was like took me and they took me under their wing, you know what I'm saying? And looked at me like the little bruh.
Right.
I think back to, the earlier times of being there when Bad Boy was formed.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something about business. I learned something about artist development in a different way. I learned something about culture. So having the ability to be around all these different cultures of people, it just helped me understand the world that I lived in. I wasn't isolated and felt like I needed to be protected. I wasn't. I was like, yo, we're gonna show you the real ropes, to show you what the world really looks like and give you a front seat. I'm looking at Biggie, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Craig Mack, I'm looking at Onyx. We running in the streets. We like literally out here seeing how we in barbershop, they shooting dice, you know what I'm saying? Bet I don't, 4 out, 4, you know what I'm saying? 4, 5, I'm like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But so great to have had those experiences because one, I didn't have a big brother and my dad wasn't there in my life as a kid. So all these experiences just readied me for life. So greater than just being an artist, that man helped me understand life. He helped me understand what it was to be an artist. He helped me understand what it was to be passionate about something. He helped me understand culture. He helped me understand business at a different level because I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy.
Daddy Diddy's mentorship was beneficial for Usher as a young singer very early on, because he got the opportunity to rub shoulders with rap legends long before he established himself as a star in his own right. In a recent interview with Vulture, the R&B veteran reflected on crossing paths with the likes of Tupac, the Notorious Big, and Ice Cube during his come-up in the early 99s. And while this certainly did wonders for his career, it may have come at a price that was way too high. Usher was living with Diddy when he was barely a teenager. And in case you haven't figured it out, that means that he was partying with the hip-hop stars he met when he was younger.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience, you know what I'm saying?
And then
And by the way, at New York's hottest moment, you know what I'm saying? This is Terror Squad and Fat Joe. I'm like, how do I know all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can remember being on stage. I can't curse on this, but I was like, one of the craziest experiences ever. I happened to be on stage performing with Biggie, and this is back when he had a song called Party and Bull Dung. Cow Dong. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I was able to take all of that and then begin to understand, oh, okay, I get it. I see where the world is, but now I want to do this my way.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
And although we cannot confirm what went down, as the only people who know the facts are Usher, Diddy, and Diddy's party crew, what we do know is that it was so jarring that Usher's mom was adamant about keeping the teenager away from Diddy back in the day. Allegedly, she also tried to get back at Diddy after finding out about the creepy intimate relationship between Diddy and Usher. First off, that whole mentoring thingy was nicknamed Puffy Flavor Camp, which, let's be honest, sounds downright strange. But what on earth did that even mean, and how could anyone even send a kid to live with someone with Diddy's reputation? I mean, this was the 90s. But even back then, there were whispers about Diddy being on the DL. Sure, there were no reports of him liking young men at that time, but the rumors were already circulating. Plus, Diddy was building quite a reputation for his wild lifestyle, the legendary house parties, alleged orgies, and just being an all-around wild child. So how did anyone think it was a good idea to have a child living under his roof? That's not the kind of situation a kid should find themselves in. Yet not only was Usher in that situation, he was living it. It's also interesting how Usher hates to talk about his time living with Diddy. And according to Kat, this is because he is allegedly low-key traumatized from the things that he saw and was allegedly forced to do when he lived with Diddy. Howard Stern was one of the few people who got Usher to open up about the things he lived and experienced when he lived with Diddy. And the things that Usher said were enough to send alarm bells going off in our heads.
More than often, I think Puffy would say, man, you gotta chill. Like, you just a little bit too intense. You know, you gotta relax. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? There were a lot of things I seen and a lot of positions that I think I was put in where I had to make very, very tough decisions in my life about who I would be.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't saying that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
And before y'all start asking why his parents didn't get him out of that situation, or why they didn't try to get justice for their son, Usher revealed that his parents had no idea what was going on, because Diddy forced him to hide the truth from his parents. Can your parents